What's up? What's up? Welcome to another market recap. Today is October 6th, 2025. So I had no trades last night because I didn't trade, hence why there was no video for me yesterday. I didn't really have anything on watch. We had like all these yens kind of explode over the weekend due to news, which kind of destroyed my weekly watch list. I was looking to short a lot of these yens. Like they had some really nice weekly setups. Like this was a daily IBO. It was a 4-hour CBO. It's lining up to be a 1-hour ACB. Like they all looked really good for shorts coming into the week. But when markets open, there's a huge gap to the upside, which kind of negated all of those setups that I had on watch. So now I'm just kind of chilling and see what happens with these. And then I didn't really have anything else on watch. So for tonight, I have these yens, of course, still on watch. I mean, with a huge kind of gap up price movement like this, typically gaps will fill. And like this giant candle right here is just a gap. I think on a different kind of time frame, you'd probably see it if we swap this to Awanda, maybe. Yeah, you can see it here. Like it's a gap up when the market opened. So likely price is going to retrace and fill this gap. I mean, price always fills a gap. It just depends on when, right? But even remove the gap perspective, it is a huge price movement. Price needs to retrace to value if it does want to continue bullish anyways. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out which one of these to short. I think it's just going to depend on how they develop. I think they all have the potential. Currently, I like Singapore yen just for primarily this level on the daily time frame. It's really the only one that's sitting at a pretty decent level, right? Like these are some pretty well respected highs on a daily time frame, and now we've have a large push up into them. I'd prefer to see price kind of continue to push up here, maybe decelerate like towards this kind of corner and then get a break, and I'd probably entertain taking that. I think trying to take a break right here just doesn't quite fit very well. Like my stop is just stop clipping essentially. I'm not above the highs, so I don't feel super great about it. But if price were to squeeze up some here and then break, then my stop would be above the highs and probably about 50% above the most recent kind of intraday high here. So when I do kind of execute some of my management to reduce risk, I can at least take off like half my risk of the position pretty quickly. So we'll see how this kind of develops, but I do like Singapore yen just for the resistance level we have here. From a pattern perspective, I think I like dollar yen currently the best. Doesn't have a great daily level, right? If we're just looking here, like somewhat, I mean, you might be able to treat this as a zone-ish, right? But you have a rejection over here, rejection in this rough area, rejection in this rough area, area. So it's something. It's just not like a hard level like Singapore yen is. But pattern-wise, it's starting to kind of turn into this ascending triangle. So if price continues to squeeze just like Singapore yen and then gives us an entry or a break here, I think this could fit. Something along these lines. Even if I have to stretch it a little bit past the pivot, which would be okay. So just see what happens here. But likely for me to take one of these, it needs a few more hours of kind of consolidating, decelerating within this wedge essentially, and then break of it. That's the same for pretty much all these yens. Just have these large movement ups, waiting for like some price action to develop some decent kind of reversal patterns, be it a wedge or a triangle or something, right? And preferably it does that at a good daily level. So a lot of these they're at, like the Swiss yens don't even at a level. It's just at all-time highs. So it's kind of difficult to short it. I mean, you can short a pattern, which I'm okay with that. It just needs to be a really solid pattern. Euro yen broke this previous all-time high. So not the best. I would have preferred it to kind of hold right there. If it did, I would feel pretty good about this short. Now, we'll see. Pound yen just has like one high left here, but that's a pretty large distance to push to it. And then NOK yen, one high here. Not too far, not as bad as pound yen, but still a decent sized push to it. So I think currently it's just Singapore yen, dollar yen that I'm primarily going to be watching. See what happens with these pairs. For my dollar group, I have dollar Mexican as really the only primary pair of the night. If this pulls back to value, I'll entertain taking it. Probably will. It's really the best setup I've been able to find. So it's a 1 hour CBO. So you have a break of this previous low. So you have a lower low on both your 1 hour and your 4 hour. It's a 4 hour advanced continuation play. Daily wise, you don't have much. I mean, you are in a bearish trend, so this does fit within that short bias of the bearish trend. But you are kind of decelerating here on a daily time frame, and I've been waiting for a potential reversal on dollar Mexican. But this isn't a long-term play. This is just kind of a short-term, a few hour trade. And the price action on 1 hour and the 4 hour, and as well as your 10-minute here, look pretty decent. Like you have a nice just kind of wave one break here in your 10-minute, wave two pullback. Likely it will be an ACB on the 10-minute, and then play that short. So for a wave three. And that is the same as a wave three on your 10-minute, on your 4 hour, on your 1 hour. It's all the same. So it goes ACB, CBO, advanced continuation. I just wish we had a little bit better of a daily, right? I think that's the only kind of negative. But all things considered, I think it'll work. And it fits within my dollar short bias I have right now for the day. Pound dollar kind of looks bullish, right? Kind of double bottom, break up. Granted, it's sitting at these highs, but it almost looks like a break, retest, follow through. So that fits in this vibe of dollar Mexican. Dollar Swiss, same kind of thing, like breakdown, retest, follow through. So again, but it's sitting at a level is the only thing. And the daily time frame looks like it's primed for a reversal. So this is just a short-term movement. Dollar Huff is the only dollar pair I have that is kind of counter bias to the short bias on the dollar I have. Like this is long dollar. So this is a breakup. It's playing like a wave three CBO, 4 hour kind of IBO, 10-minute kind of ACB. It's just got some weird consolidation of price at the moment. But this is a complete counter bias to the dollar Mexican. And it might more so be a Huff bias. I'd have to go look at all the Huff pairs to really figure that out. And then dollar NOK, right? Similar to kind of dollar Swiss, dollar pound, breakdown, retest, follow through. Kind of how I'm looking at this. So again, short dollar. So it's interesting. And as well as you have a pretty decent MACD on this, like from, this looks okay. I think it's worth a shot. So, and then on development watch, still watching CAD Swiss. It's looking good, sitting at, this level. Price is squeezing down. I almost thought price was going to break out here today when EuroCAD, both EuroCAD, CAD Swiss, they broke down at pretty much the same times. But that price action quickly retraced. So if we get another kind of strong bullish push from here today, then hopefully here soon we'll get a full-on breakout and be able to trade this. It's looking good. Dollar CAD, pretty much all the stuff I have here is CAD pairs minus this pound Aussie. So I have this bullish CAD bias, but I'm waiting on some breakouts and breakdowns, right? So we're waiting on a breakout on CAD Swiss, waiting on a breakdown on dollar CAD. So if my dollar bias today plays out, then likely dollar CAD will break out and then potentially be a trade tomorrow. But you have this kind of nice trend line here. If price were to break and then give us a retest, it'd be a CBO on the 1 hour, be an IBO on our 4 hour, and then likely, be an ACB on the 10-minute. So daily time frames in need of a pullback to the daily 200 area roughly, previous highs, kind of for a CBO play long. So I think it'd be nice, just waiting for it to break down. Aussie CAD, kind of similar, right? It's sitting here at these almost like a double top on your daily time frame. Granted, it kind of had a breakout, and you could say this is an advanced continuation long, but I don't really want to trade it. I prefer the short here. So just waiting on a breakdown fully of this kind of trend line, these EMAs. And again, it'll kind of line up just like dollar CAD. It'll be a CBO on the 1 hour, IBO on the 4 hour, and then ACB on the 10 minute. And pound CAD, same thing, waiting on just a breakdown. So, and then pound Aussie. It's the only kind of other interesting pair. Price action wise, it's not quite ready yet, but waiting for price to essentially push out here and then give us a retest of these levels and play that kind of wave 3 follow through right there. That's what I'm looking for. Anyways, that's all I got, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. See ya.